AT Tech Mox here with another review of a phone, the Motorola Edge 2025. Now, this phone, I will say, surprised me this year. Number one, the biggest difference between this and the 2024 version is the 2024 version, you could take the action button over on this side and customize it. This year, however, you can't customize it. It's strictly for AI. And this phone is not a bad phone per se. It's actually a very, very solid phone. Very lightweight. The display is gorgeous. Phenomenal display. The speaker quality on this phone is very good. Let you all see the speaker quality on this. Let me see.
What's up, guys? I'm Mike. This is We Watch Movie, and this is a spoiler-free review of Chris Duckman's Shelby Oaks. One of the few people who
make sure you go out there and support your local filmmakers, the independent filmmakers like Chris Duckman on Shelby Oaks, because it's going to help the little guy win and get out on top a little bit. Chris Duckman been following for years, but I digress. Let's stay at the task at hand here. So the Motorola Edge 2025 feels good. The vegan leather back on the back of it, it feels amazing. The display's very, very nice. It's just a gorgeous display. There's only one thing on this phone keeping it from being great, and let me explain what that is. Anybody that uses Motorola phones will be able to tell you the most annoying thing about the Motorola phones is the peak display. If they was to have always on display on this will be definitely in my pocket. I would give it a rating in my pocket. I would probably use it a lot more. Unfortunately, I can't give it that rating because it doesn't have always on display. If it had this the whole entire time, always on display, it'd be a no-brainer. This will be in my pocket. Unfortunately, this doesn't have always on display. I wanted to put this in my pocket so bad. I want to put this in the pocket category so bad, but unfortunately, because of it not having always on display, I'm going to give this a rating of, it's going to be in my drawer. Sorry, Motorola, but I mean, but everything else on this phone is fantastic. But again, it's 2025. You don't have always on display. You have a peak display. To me, that's unacceptable, especially when you're selling a phone for $550 upon launch. And from what I understand, the blue Bold N4 is going to have always on display, and that only costs $299. There's no reason for you not to have always on display. This peak display is annoying. That's the only gripe with this phone that I have. Other than that, if the always on display is not a big deal to you, then I will say go for this phone. It's a great phone. If you don't want to break the bank, you want high-end features. It has a great fingerprint display, fingerprint reader. I can't get my words out right today. Can't get a fingerprint reader. I mean, really great fingerprint reader. Really good haptics on it. Really good photos. This is a solid phone. Fortunately, always on display is the only thing keeping it from being in my pocket more. So, but it will earn a spot in my drawer, which means, so trash, self-explanatory, will be is my ranking for the lowest of the lows. Drawer is between, I would say, 5 and 8. Pocket, 8 to 10. This right here will be going into my drawer. But yeah, great display. Everything else about this phone is great, but I cannot forgive the always on display not being here. Motorola, you need to up your game. You're making a comeback. I will give you that much credit. You're making a comeback. If it wasn't for Motorola, we wouldn't have cell phones in the first place. But yeah, Motorola, it's 2025. Put it always on display on the phone. There's no reason for you not to have one. This phone would be a beast if it had always on display. That's my rating. It's going in the drawer where it belongs for the time being, unless I want to see what the updates and all are. That's another thing about the Motorola phones. If you're getting a Motorola phone, just know you're not getting updates like Pixel or Samsung. That's another thing to think about. But in this day and age, the updates aren't really that big of a deal. So yeah, from a consumer's point of view, going in the drawer, final verdict.